Hello everyone, we are back again, Hungaroring this time, and as always I have two very nice gentlemen with me. Say hello, guys.
Where are they? I don't see any nice gentlemen in this call. Where are they?
Okay, we have only bad gentlemen.
Yes.
The German, but I just see dickheads, you know.
Hey, hello everyone.
Hello.
And today we are only 2 rounds before the end of the season. Today it's time for Hungaroring, or Hungaroring as some of you may call it. We have slightly smaller field today, but 12 cars is still nice. It's not 6 cars at Baku, so it's still good. And Moritz just visiting the runoffs. It should be quite interesting race, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, this track is very technical, so I see a lot of chances for the drivers to, you know, get good pace and try to go for a win here. So let's see what happens.
It's not only that the track is technical. Alex just finding his limits. It's not only that the track is technical. It's also quite hard to overtake. So it's also being called like Monaco without walls, as we I think said 1 week ago.
Yes.
And it's quite a track to just defend, as we've seen from Fernando Alonso a few years ago in Formula 1. So maybe we'll see this defense at some point. I hope so, at least. It might be interesting.
Yes.
No new faces today. I think the whole grid is just full of very known names, already established in previous rounds. There's Diego, Moritz, Shane in top 3. I think Charles is also on the grid. Yeah, he is. He joined a couple of minutes ago, so I wonder how his pace is gonna look. There's also Nemanja on the track, so we might see Spanish-Serbian war again. Because
I'm surprised he came back after Wasik just cursed him completely the last race. I don't know if I would show up again after that.
They always come back. They always come back.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah. Or Hungarian syndrome.
Yes, hungry syndrome even.
I am hungry right now, but
I am pretty hungry, yes.
yeah, but we are hungry for some very good racing, which should start in 11 minutes, I think, because in 1 minute 40 seconds we are going to see qualifying. And also I want to just ask, okay, Diego wrote 15 actually, 3 just joined now. Yes, so that's the confirmation that he can hear us, which is good. I'm just really surprised that everything it's working and nothing broke at least to this point, which is perfect.
Excellent.
I am not used to that after previous 4 streams, which were quite a challenge, especially the Monza stream where the game just decided to just show in 1/5 of my screen and I couldn't make it full screen, which was amazing.
I was just
Nice.
confused, to be fair. Obvious as well.
Okay, I think maybe they don't want to watch Juan all over again, so maybe we go through some of the cars on the grid, but I don't see too much action. It's Carter also on the grid, on the track. Oh, George also joined today, so yeah, 15 cars, it's not that bad.
That's pretty good, yes. Nice line. That's a good line from Juan. That one allows you to take a lot of speed into the first corner, so it's actually a pretty good line.
Yeah.
Yes, if you want to really commit to the first corner, you just
Yeah.
do this. It's the Bottas line.
Bottas line.
Exactly.
Are you guys expecting any more war crimes from Juan today after last race, or do we think he's going to really in today?
I think it's kind of like a podcast that we have this, segments which we, like the rolling jokes and the casual parts of a podcast we always talk about, and I think One War Crimes is one of them.
Classic.
Every race, I think he has something special for us. It's like the late night show, and if you are in the most of Europe, it's late night. So I guess we are about right. I know, Mitek, that you are not, but
Yeah, it's 3 p.m. here. Very
Okay.
nice.
it's close enough. Yeah, it's closer to the night than to the morning. So, couple of cars are on the track, and obviously the map is not showing all of them. So we have to see who is on the lap. Diego Domingo, I think, will be one of the first drivers to start the lap. It's quite short track, right?
Yeah.
I mean, relatively sure.
Yeah. I believe a lap here is around a minute 40 seconds, but it is a pretty right track length like this.
It's like in terms of distance, I think it's decently short, but since there's a lot of corners, it's
And
a
slow
longer lap
corners.
time. So yeah.
Okay, Diego Domingo with his first lap to start, breaking up around 50, struggling slightly with an entry to the corner, I think. I think this is the most tricky part of the track.
It's either this or the fast corners in the second sector.
Oh, definitely.
But with the elevation changes and how the curbs are just profiled, it's easy to lose the car, I think.
Yeah, also I did a race in the LMP3 a while ago on this track, and the track limits are brutal on the fast corner on turn 4.
On the chicane.
So, yeah. I remember I almost got disqualified just with track limits once, I think.
I don't know if I actually done a race here or just prepared for Formula 1600, and it was not going well.
I've done a few league races here on other platforms, mainly F1 and so also, but I've never done a race here, so this will be definitely interesting.
Yeah, surprisingly the versions of the track on like AC and everything is pretty accurate, so
Yeah.
like if you know the track on another game, you probably know it here as well. But it's a pretty tricky track to get down properly.
Definitely.
Just gonna do one more important thing.
Right.
I think like most of the tracks are just quite okay, but with a slight difference between the sims. But some of them are just like really close.
Yeah, looking at it, it's very similar to the F1 layout. Of course, last time I did F1 here was not from 2022, but it's pretty similar.
I think you are quite muted. I don't know if it's only in, like from my. Almost.
Okay, maybe.
Alright, yeah.
Oh, it's
Okay, there
better.
we go, there we
It's
go.
better. It's better. Yeah, you can continue. Sorry.
Alright, yeah. As I was saying, this track here is very similar to the F1 layout, F1 22 with lines and the way the curves are positioned, but This just shows that'll be a very interesting race with how everything is positioned, of course. But I am not the one to speak. I am pretty dumb when it comes to this.
I think the curbs on the second sector are very like tricky because they can like hook you and you just stay out of them a bit. So that's something that the drivers are gonna have to be careful with.
I have a slight PTSD from the curbs, but from the F1 games, because the curbs are just absolutely brutal there. But we don't talk about
Yes.
F1 games. I have slightly bigger PTSD recently, so
Mm.
I was playing some F1 with my friend recently, and the game decided to just give me Kubica Williams 2019 treatment, so I got the different physics than my friend.
Nice.
Yeah, and I was struggling so much to just match his times, and I knew that in some sectors I was faster, but I wasn't, and I was like struggling quite a lot mentally. So for 3
Yes,
hours to prove that I'm not slow.
The F1 games tend to have a couple of funny bugs here and there.
Very funny bugs. This game as well, but this guy who we can see right now, despite all the bugs, he is still leading the championship, and I think he already established the title. By what I've seen recently, the margin of points is quite significant, and I think there is no chance that he can lose the title now.
Yeah, I believe he has it pretty much
I-
wrapped up. Yes.
Yeah, I believe he might be leading by some 80 points, which
With the drop races?
I'm
I
not
think
sure,
so,
but
yeah.
I don't think that's a massive margin. I think Diego Domingo could still win the championship right here. You know,
That would be interesting. And Charles is currently the fastest driver on track by 6 tenths. This is absolutely crazy.
remove his
Yes.
good cracks, honestly.
Yeah, true. That's probably why the game has tried to kill him. It's just anti-cheat kicking in.
Yeah.
We have to introduce the anti-cheat, so Mr. Bertrand can just find another series he can spoil with his broken physics. Carter finishing the lap, but improving just slightly, not enough to make him change the position. Juan with the third fastest time.
Unbelievable from him, honestly.
Yeah, he barely beats his time by half a tenth even.
Juan has a very interesting season, to be honest. Like, he's kind of like PRS Manstrol. Sometimes he has like the slight, blink of a genius, and sometimes his genius is just too good for a couple of drivers.
Yes,
Might
no
give him
one
a nick-
can keep up with the neutron style.
From now on, I'm nicknaming it the bottom of how he drives, honestly.
Nice.
Yeah.
I see that there's still a couple of drivers on the pits actually, so
Yeah, and I don't think they will just.
yeah, I think that's going to be pretty much it for the
Yeah, so
the laps.
Moritz is the only driver to finish the lap.
Yep.
With no change at all. Joseph.
It looks like that's going to be the grid for today.
So, Charles,
16 drivers already. I see Errol Dunk also joined. Sorry that I interrupted, but just he didn't do any lap, but he is there. So 16 cars. It's gonna be so fun.
Yes. Also, one thing that I did want to mention, since the last race was like pretty heavy on the safety cars, there's actually been an update to the rules.
oh yeah,
So now the safety car is only going to come out if there are 5 cars involved in an incident instead of 3 as it was before. So yeah, that should allow us to keep the race going a bit more.
Diego says, yes, the hashtag is correct finally. Hashtag was correct on the previous round, and I'm pretty sure 2 rounds ago it was also correct one on Monza, but there were quite more difficult things at Monza, I think. I think I should do one more change. The actual overlay for the race, yeah. So.
Diego Domingo, I have one behind. What do I do?
You disappear. You start to believe.
Right. So you do what Kimi Räikkönen did in Spa. You take the wide line into turn 1. You let him kill everyone around you, and you fly off in the lead position.
Nice. That seems about correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Almost
right.
a right tactic, I think.
I would say it's a pretty solid tactic. Yeah.
This track is nice, to be honest. It's like the whole thing that the track like this exists in Central / Eastern Europe. It amazes me.
Yeah. Anyways, we have Charles leading in first, Diego Domingo behind him in second, and Juan right lining up the podium, of course. Now, right now I'm thinking, what do I do as Charles Bitrondo, Diego Domingo? I would imagine there's a missile right behind me that wants to kill me, murder me, and that missile is named Juan Manuel Gutierrez Rodriguez.
Maybe dial in the pronunciation on that.
I am Polish, British, I am not fixing my pronunciation, I'm sorry. Anyway, as we are lining up.
And green, and here we go with Shabatront. I think having okay start, Diego Domingo as well as Juan, I think is going to be head-to-head with Diego. Not quite yet, as they go to the very first corner. I think we'll switch the camera right now because there is not too much action.
Alexander makes a position in third place now.
Juan is still on the inside.
And he does stay there, indeed. Losing a position.
Yeah, Shea has got it. He's got ahead of him.
I'm really surprised. I was thinking, oh, that might be a huge crash. There's a huge crash in the background.
What did you say? There's the crash.
Oh.
Looks like it's only one driver, so
I think it's George Badea, yeah.
George Badea,
Yes.
yeah.
It looks like a big one.
He's still driving though. He's alright. He's still driving. He's good now.
He just got spun off, but didn't actually hit the wall.
We'll see.
We
Yeah,
will need to
the
get
car
a-
looks okay.
We all need to take a look at the area because that seemed massive from where you were at the time.
I was about to say, I was really surprised that there was not a huge crash at the start. I think the safety car rule might be. And there is another one.
No.
Yeah.
Don't speak too soon. Don't jinx it.
Okay. Because of the safety car rules, we need 5 cars to start it, so no changes at all. And there is a Stefcho Stefanov. I don't know why I wanted to say Stefcho Domingo, but Stefcho Stefanov fighting with L Dang. L keeping it on the inside. Is Stefcho going to outbrake him? Not yet. And L stays in front of him. And there's also Oliver Lemaitre.
Looks like he's gonna hit wide, but he's probably going to keep the position here. He's gonna have the inside for the next corner.
I wonder if Oli will defend.
Early's trying to scare him off. He has made him go wide, but he's going to keep the position for now.
I think. No. I just think they just. Yeah, I think Juan is struggling. Yeah, I was right.
Juan has been passed now by multiple cars. He started in P3, now down to P6, and Josh got ahead of him in that last few corners.
I think you're comparing him to Lance Stroll was a pretty accurate thing right now.
Thank you.
Poor Lance Stroll.
Hispanic Lance Stroll.
It's still on a pretty good position overall, so he shouldn't be too worried. He knows he has the pace. And
Yeah.
speaking of pace, looks like, yeah, Charles is flying.
Don't say that
Fastest
because I can imagine that the game will break and his car will be literally flying.
Charles Bertrand will spin out on lap 5 and turn 2.
And Charles is
Do
speeding
you
on the
think-
lap 5.
Do you think you have that power again, Wasik? Do you think it's
I am
consistent
him.
thing?
I carry that energy in me, mate.
okay? It's more Polish black magic now being
Yeah.
directed to a championship leader. You hate to see it.
He is gonna hate me after this race. That's the only thing that matters for me.
Okay, it's time to do some coverage for the back markers as Shane Ross, who had a huge incident, I think, at the beginning. Yeah, he did. He overtook Joseph.
Looks like the car is in one piece, so he's probably
Yeah.
gonna have a chance to get back into it if
I
he
think
keeps
it's
the pace up.
good time to just go through the replay and see what happened.
Yep.
It's Nemanja. Oh, I think it's not a start. Or it's a qualifying, maybe?
I believe that's qualifying.
I don't know. It's wait a second. No. So I think it will be. Yeah, it will be here. Sorry. So that's the one with Shane. And the one with George, I think, is this one.
Whoa. And that is gonna be a penalty for... I don't even know, to be honest.
Who was that? It's Nemanja, I think.
It might have been Nemanja, yes, but
Yeah.
it does look like he managed to get out of that one with probably little to no damage. So yeah, it looks like he's just going to be okay.
And let's
Still
come
on
back.
P15 though.
Let's come back to the live action as we are with Shady fighting against the man, the myth, the legend, Juan Manuel Gutierrez Rodriguez.
Better. See, it is possible for Polish people. You don't have that excuse anymore, Wasik.
Oh, there's a car in the wall.
it's Shady.
Alexander. Yeah.
He was running in P3 and now he's slipping down the standings.
Ooh.
So you made me think that I can become a LatAm person in the future.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe try to avoid it. It's not the best position to be in.
I don't want to. I am fine with being who I am. I don't want to be a danger on track. As all the
yes,
Brazilian and Argentinian drivers are in the iracing.
Looks like one tried to close up the gap, but looks like it didn't quite work out. He locked up away on turn 1, so still about half a second behind Josh. And meanwhile, Charles is just flying fastest lap by, looks like, at least half a second. So yeah, it's probably going to be managing the lead to the end of the race.
I have to ask, why did we see Juan warming up the tires while racing? I don't know, but that was something.
He's trying so much so now.
And there is
Don't question his genius, okay? We know that he's a true genius of racing. Let him cook.
Everyone
he
around
go
him
the
is
podium.
playing he's playing chess.
Yes, a very advanced tactic by Juan.
Yeah.
I think it's just a cruel thing that we have to just, you know, bully Juan in this part of the race, but I think he has the closest battle on track. If you don't mention, you know, the L and I think Moritz in the back fighting, it's the closest you can get. But L cannot get close to Ollie, I think, to make a move. We'll see.
He's gaining a bit of ground with the slipstream, so
Yeah,
maybe
but
he
I
can
think it's
just
still
stay in
too
there.
far. Yeah.
Yeah. Half a second is the gap. Oh, Moritz is getting pretty close, but still half a second there as well.
I believe he looked up to one, but I thought they were smoking one of his front tires.
Yeah, probably was trying to brake late on the slipstream, but locked it up.
Definitely.
Moritz Geisa, he has a quite interesting season, to be honest. He's mostly on pace with like top 5, I would say, but sometimes he struggles and he's like not in the points.
I think he might
Running
be
in
struggling right now, but-
P11 at the moment. Yeah, his times look pretty good overall, so he probably
Yeah.
will have a chance to make a bit of ground up. And actually, looking at the timing, the train that is forming ahead of him is probably going to be a very good chance to make a bit of positions up. So if he can keep up the time, so Nemanja looking up ahead of him.
That is going to open up an opportunity for him, I believe, as he looks up again, goes wide into 10-13.
Nemanja with another mistake can get Moritz, I think, closer and closer to an overtake, but I think he is too far on the straight. Yeah. It's not going to work.
Yeah, but still that allows him to make a bit of ground up. Oh, looking up again is Nemanja, but Moritz went a bit wide there. And Steph sure looks like he's very close now. Yeah, a couple of positions ahead.
We'll switch. Yeah.
He's trying to follow well so far, but 410s, he isn't going to quite have an opportunity to go for anything through this couple of corners.
If something can happen, I think it's in this part of the field.
Yeah, for sure. Now Nemanja is very close to him even.
And there's Moritz in the background in a very vibrant livery. But for a moment I will switch to Josh, who is P4, because it looks like he will be about to make a move on Adam Ahmed.
It looks like he had a bit of oversteer in the corner there.
I think a lot of
6/10 the difference, so probably not gonna have a
But-
chance to go for an overtake in the turn 1.
Adam looked a little bit like he struggled on the final corner, to be honest. But it's a very tricky one.
Oh, I mean, he's struggling with staying in existence at the moment, which isn't ideal.
You know, it's the famous defense tactic.
Yes. Looks like the last lap, on the fastest lap as well, Josh has been a bit quicker than Adam, so he's probably just going to try to reel him in.
Oh, there's
contact! Oh, he's off! Oh no! Moritz is in the wall and losing positions, but he's got back on track. Looks like he's at least still running.
I shouldn't be laughing, but I got a flashback from Juan commentating. He's stuck in the wall.
Nice.
I don't know if you remember that well.
Yeah, Juan has had his fair share of iconic calls as a commentator as well.
Yeah, I think Moritz is being towed to the pit lane.
Yeah, he is in the towing, yeah.
Yep.
So while the race is not that intense of a fight for a position, I think it might be interesting for a strategy finally, because we don't have a safety car.
Yeah, I believe the strategy is probably going to be pretty similar for everyone, but it does open up the possibilities to go for an overcut or something if you're stuck behind someone.
Also, I think this is a very good moment to just ask how you enjoy the stream. Is everything working for you? Do you enjoy the racing and so on? Come on, people, just do some noise. We starve for a little bit of attention as Nemanja is locking up in front of Shane Ross, who is fighting for at least 2 more positions to recover from the incident from the beginning he had with Nemanja himself.
Yeah, I wonder if Nemanja has some damage from the collision earlier that sent bodies into the wall, so
I think he has
maybe
some pride damage from the previous round.
some black magic damage, yes. So maybe that opens up the possibilities for Shane to go for a move on him. He's pretty close through this couple of corners, 3/10 difference. But overtaking in this section of the track is extremely difficult, so I don't know if he's going to go for anything.
I really hope that, like, for the last race of the season, we'll see. Oh, Nemanja is looking up. We'll see again Dark Z and Austin. I miss those two just making incidents while fighting for the top positions.
Yeah, Austin is a curious specimen, let's say.
Don't quote me on this, but I believe Austin's only not showing up because he's sick.
Oh. So
At least I think that's what's going on. I'm not sure.
So we wish a quick recovery for Austin then.
Yes.
I hope it's cancer.
Okay. Okay, bro.
Okay, I think it's a good segment to just
In game.
do some
Okay.
advertisement segment. Actually, Josh Brooks in P4, it's really close to Adam Ahmed, as we are 10 laps in and 30 laps more to...
Looks like Shane is super close to Nemanja as well. I don't know if we can get the cam on him.
I think this camera is a good one to see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3/10 the difference, and actually Steph Show ahead of him is trying to close in on Earl still, so still a lot to play for in this midfield battle even after Moritz died. Oh, Nemanja's gone super wide on that one, looking up,
I wonder how...
still holding the position.
I wonder how are the tires for Nemanja, to be honest, because he's been locking up quite a lot in the last 2 corners. And
Yeah, knowing iracing probably not doing too well. Oh, looks like he's going to leave the inside open for Shane into turn 1.
And it's time for Nemanja to get overtaken by Shane or Ross unless he manages to counter-attack here. Make a
Still
defense.
side by side, he's gonna have the inside for the next corner. Looks like he's just going to
It's the
stay
Alonso
ahead of
line.
him. Yes. This is allowing Shea to get a bit close to them even.
yeah,
Yeah, looks like Nemanja has managed to defend the position. Pretty good defense on the outside of turn 1.
he's doing that for his teammate Juan.
Hashtag do it for Juan.
And Juan is actually P4 again.
Yeah, he's actually managed to stay pretty clean, all things considered. So, despite losing a couple of positions on lap 1, he's still running up there, still P4.
I should change the hashtag in the corner, do it for Juan.
Do it for Juan, yes.
Jesus.
Actually, where is Josh?
Yeah, I think Josh had some incident. This is why
Did he pit actually? Maybe he went to do a pit.
yeah, he
I'm
did.
not sure.
Yeah, he did. He did. He is, as you can see, stint 0. So he's on
yeah,
the fresh
so
tires. Yeah. And I don't see any
maybe-
incident.
maybe going for the undercut on Shady. He was a bit stuck behind him, so maybe he's
Juan in the pit lane as well, and I think Stefcho... No, Stefcho is not. Stefcho is fighting
just
against...
going to the inside of turn 1 and looks like he's going to... Oh, there's contact! Oh god. Him and Earl colliding on the
And
outside.
again.
Oh no, Stefcho.
They've just spinning twice.
Oh, and almost...
The regen... No, the regen is okay. He's fine, he's fine. Tires are probably
And
going
you've
to
got
be
wheel damage.
hyper cooked.
Right.
Actually, it looks like Stefcho might be towing back to the pits even. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
towing.
Unfortunate for the Bulgarian driver. I think he is the most Eastern European thing we can see on this track. Not counting the track itself. So it's
Pretty
closest to
pretty
his
much a
home race.
for
Yeah.
him. Looks like Early's losing some positions after that crash. Maybe he has a bit of damage as well.
Yeah.
A bit, but he's losing all the time in the corners. He barely can make up any speed there.
Oh, Nemanja has gone super wide. That might open the door for Shane. He's gonna have the outside into the next corner. Yeah, it looks like he's actually just got it. He's got the position.
Is Shane going to pit? No, he's
Not
staying
yet,
out.
not yet. Oh, Nemanja has though. Nemanja's going into the pits now. Probably struggling with the tires after the lockups, as you mentioned.
You can see how big are the gaps between top 4, between Charles, Diego, Shady, and Ollie. It's and then Shane. It's I wonder how all the strategy will turn out to
Yeah,
be.
though there's like all of the drivers in the top 5 actually still have to pit, and Adam and Josh have already pitted, Juan as well. So maybe there's definitely gonna be some changes in the positions in the top 5 now that the pit cycle is coming through. I just wonder if the tires are still okay for them to try to keep stretching the stint.
Yeah, I wonder how, I don't know this car and tires pretty much, so I don't know how most of it affects the strategy, but I wonder if staying out longer it's beneficial or not.
Yeah, maybe trying to get some fast times in if the tires are still okay as the fuel goes down could be worth it, but yeah, imagine the pit stops for the top 5 are pretty close around the corner.
Yeah,
So,
and the whole top 5, not counting Charles and Diego, they are mostly going the same times.
yeah, pretty close on the 34s.
Charles casually being slower 3 tenths from his fastest lap after 13 laps on those same tires. Pretty normal. The money in the...
Yeah, it's been pretty consistent with the time, so still running up front, trying to manage the lead.
Well, the gap to the P1 from P10, it's like almost 1 minute already. It's crazy. I know that Charles didn't pit, but still.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna be a couple of changes there with the pit cycle, but yeah, these guys are stretching this thing pretty far, honestly. I wonder how long they're gonna try to go.
I think this is what the safety car usually takes out from it. Like, we don't see stretching the stints, because if you die, you just go to the pit lane, and you just change the tires, and
Yeah, pretty much.
and then if there is a safety car, okay, I think it's a good time to change the tires and just stretch the stint as long as we can.
Yeah, I mean, the times that the guys ahead are doing are still pretty good, all things considered, so yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I imagine they're just fine with staying out and trying to have the fresher tires for the end.
Charles is pulling away from Diego.
Yeah, he has been pretty much the whole race. His times are a bit quicker. That last lap they were pretty evenly matched, but the
Yeah.
gap is still around 7 seconds.
This is a little bit of, like, less intense race, counting couple of previous rounds, but still I think it's a decent performance from most of the drivers to just put a consistent times, stretch the stints, and just put some interesting strategy into play. I call those races, like the races for connoisseur. So like you just really need to be. It's not the best racing. It's mostly like big gaps between all of the drivers, not much overtakes, but it still has a lot of this strategy aspect and a lot of the consistency aspect. And Charles is in the pit lane.
Yep, he is into a pit, so I imagine the top 5, yeah, Oli is in as well, so most of the drivers in the top 5 are probably going to be pitting quite soon. Just Diego and Shady are staying out probably just for one more lap. So the shuffle with the guys that had pitted earlier is probably going to be coming quite soon, and I'm pretty interested in seeing where Shady comes out compared to Josh, who was like pretty close to him before the pit cycle started.
Shane is in the pit lane as well. That's a beautiful angle from the chopper.
Get to the chopper, yes.
Get to the chopper! No! I cannot do the Austrian accent though, so...
Get to the chopper.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
No, that's not. That's
I think the closest to do that, I think, was... you remember Mythic Ben Yeager? From Aceton?
Yeah.
He had a very thick Austrian accent, like, and quite low voice, so he was perfect to do that.
Sorry to call you over, but Joseph T. Selling had taken a very interesting line there. Went to the grass until,
I would imagine that got him a track limits warning.
He is, I think, one of the drivers that struggles the most throughout the whole season. I think I can put myself into his shoes because I'm usually that driver who struggles a lot with lines and whose lap times are slower than the rest of the grid, but he's still just showing up every race, doing all he can, and he got, I think, 6 points despite the whole field being very, very close.
He's going into the pits now.
Then he probably enjoys it as he comes in the pits, as Mythic just said.
Yeah, and going back to what I was talking about earlier, Josh has actually jumped the guys that were ahead of him before the pit cycle. He's now up into pit 3.
So staying longer is not the
Maybe it wasn't the play for these guys, yeah.
Yeah.
We just got massively undercut, but it is probably going to come back a bit since the tires are going to be fresher for those guys. Oh, there's a spin. Shady Ahmad has spotted.
Surprisingly, Juan is not at fault there. I think,
yeah, no, this is probably the cleanest race I've seen Juan do. And this is currently running in P5, so yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good result for him.
We are PRS commentators, the least biased, and the most
this is the Juan hating podcast at this point, but no credit to him.
Juan standard unreal.
Juan Manuel Gutierrez Rodriguez podcast.
That's the most Spanish name I've ever heard, by the way. I'm sorry, but it literally is.
There's also Diego Domingo Raya, so...
What's the second most Spanish name I've ever heard?
I mean, to be fair, the majority of names in Spanish sound pretty Spanish, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, but like... on the scale, they're like the most players of the Spanish types, you get what I'm saying?
All I wanna
Yeah.
say, Diego Dominguez Holawas. If you know, you know.
I don't know.
I'll send you that later. It's an ancient meme, I think, which is on the Maca server.
Anyways, we have five laps in the race. Charles is leading, Diego in second, Josh in third, completing the podium. Adam Ahmed in fourth and Hormanel in fifth, finishing up the up runners.
I do see that the times from Josh compared to Adam are actually pretty good. He's running faster, so yeah, it looks like the overcut that they tried to go for didn't quite work out, and Josh is probably going to manage that 1.7 second gap now to try and finish out this race in the podium.
River is back, baby.
River is indeed back, yes.
The return is here, the return of the Kings.
This is the most scary thing you can see. Juan in the mirrors.
Well, he's fine. This race has been fine. It's time to give him a bit of credit.
Now, we are saying it's fine, but there's still a sprint, so who knows what might happen, of course. But let's start the race. When I see Juan in my rear view mirror, I'm thinking there's a missile behind me, and
My hot take for the day is that Juan is actually not going to do anything weird. So
Yeah. I would say my hot take is that he is going to get a podium.
yeah, I mean it's
4 laps.
not impossible. He's doing pretty good times at the moment. He set the fastest lap for his own record on the last lap, so looks like he's settling into a race. He did start this race in P3, so the pace is there for the podium.
What are those lines, the yellow lines on the track? What is this?
I think it's the grass that ends up on the track when drivers go a bit wide trying to get the perfect line into the corner, so
It looks like
a
an
bit
oil.
of grass comes over. Yeah, it looks weird, but I think that's what it is.
I might be a bit blind here.
A bit blind, yes.
Yeah.
But who is not blind is Alex, as he can see 2 cars in front of him, and I think he will give himself a chance to do some overtaking, since we have still 4 laps to go, actually 3 laps to go.
The gap is close, but the last time that they said was actually slower from Shea. And not that lap. That lap he made up a bit of ground. So maybe that is the possibility. Yeah, he's in the slipstream. He's going very, very hard into the corner, but manages to stop the car.
I think it worked. Shane made a mistake on the exit of first corner. So it actually made him closer to Shane, and also I think Shane's tires struggled a bit. So.
Maybe so, maybe so.
Yeah.
It is worth noting that Shane actually pitted later than Alex, so the tires are going to be a bit fresher. Probably not the biggest factor, but it is something to keep in mind.
And Joseph is going for a chance to score 1 point in this race. Come on, I'm all for the underdog stories, to be honest. Because he's certainly an underdog in this series.
Yeah,
but
not to be.
you know, this is amazing. Like, if you struggle with pace, but you just show up every race and you just drive and you just don't quit, you just do what you have to do, and you can get some points and you can have fun from this. Come on, this is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I once managed, I believe it was a 3rd place finish in AF2. I just not doing anything wrong, so it's definitely a tactic that you can go for when you maybe don't have the pace on the guys ahead of you. Just stay clean and keep the times up.
You know, like for me, for me when I've done a lot of races in AF, and I'm like, I was like I would say the worst drivers in the, you know, like the statistics of done races and then points and podiums. I haven't scored any podium, and I was only once in top 5, but it was like very satisfying to just get at least that 1 point, that one P15, if I just raced cleanly. And we've done like races with you know, 30 cars at some point, so like, if you can get that, it's amazing.
Yeah, everyone's fighting their own little battle for the results that they want to get.
Yeah, I think this is more of a podcast than an actual commentary today, but
Not like there's anything to commentate about right now. Apart from,
Yeah.
the last lap of the race. Heading into
It looks
the
like-
car. Enough for mine.
Looks like the gaps around Shane are still pretty close though, so maybe something can indeed happen there. Maybe Alex has the slipstream into the straight to close it up a bit.
it's good to mention that Juan is also 1 second behind Adam, so there's a chance that Fight for P4 can make us see some position changes. But let's switch to Alex.
Not cursey on him.
I mean, I'm not cursing, I'm just wishing him best. As well as I'm wishing for Alex, who is finally about to give us some action, and also Juan is 4 times behind, so we are going to switch to his onboard soon. I think Alex is closer right now. I have to admit, like the group of cars here is just driving very consistently, and
Yeah, these guys have all been like pretty clean as well. They managed to stay out of incidents and keep the times pretty consistent. Ooh, that was scary for Alex, a bit of oversteer there, but manages to control the car.
So it's definitely a Formula drift car right there, but we are on the last lap of the race just about now.
Yep, and everyone ahead is just weaving back and forth to try and break the slipstream.
I just say all those guys have managed to keep it clean all year round, so. What's up?
Juan is
There was
just
a
putting.
bit of a look-up from Adam, but it's still okay.
Yeah.
When he's in the slipstream, I don't know what he's doing.
Right, okay.
This is what I was saying about him warming up.
I don't know what he's doing, but he's still, well, maybe not gonna have a chance anymore after going a bit wide, but
As he
still
goes
in the
now
slipstream.
of the apex of that corner, I don't think that what I won't technically wait for it. I don't
Yeah.
think I can really do anything at this point of the race.
Yeah, this sector of the lap is probably not gonna have any chances to go for an overtake.
But we have to
The race.
cut it short, as Charles Bertrand is the winner of the feature race. He has done that by 8 seconds.
Close behind him. Diego Domingo is off the line in second place.
He is second. And there is Josh Brooks.
Finishing on the podium.
And Adam is indeed going to hold Juan back to finish P4. Speaking of Juan.
It's after the checkered flag, I think, yeah.
And that group of cars that was fighting for position looks like they're going to stay in the positions that they had and finish the race. Oh my god.
Oh,
This
Alexander
spot- This part of the track reminds me of a certain crash that happened at one point.
Yeah. I don't know what I don't know what you're talking about, but I
no
think it
idea.
involved a safety car, right?
A certain safety car and a certain special person.
Now you got me thinking about the crash. I don't know what it is, but I want to know now.
Did you never see the safety car incident in Hungaroring with Pingu?
Nope.
Okay,
Yeah,
there will be quite a lot to cover after the stream.
I
Yeah.
was not in AF back then, so I haven't seen that.
Yeah, there's a bit of lore that you are missing, yes.
Okay, so maybe I'll do some short introduction to that story. If you just also Joseph, I think, yeah, Joseph didn't get that 1 point. He's P11, but still a great race from him. So if you are in the pit lane, there's an advice from me. Just don't look at the steering wheel and just don't mess with the settings if you are just driving out of the pit lane, because there might be a certain safety car at the end of it and you don't want to hit it.
Yeah, or maybe just listen to the guy on the safety car when he's telling you that he's on the pit exit waiting for the leader. Maybe.
Listening to somebody while racing? What?
Yeah, no, maybe it's a bit too much to ask for, but it's fine.
Yeah, don't listen to people while you drive, especially the voices in your head.
I always
Yeah,
listen to
not
the
the
voices
voices.
in my head. Pa, 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 pa. Max Verstappen. That's the voices in my head right now.
The voices in your head are Dutch?
Yeah.
My condolences, mister. My condolences.
How horrifying.
I'd rather...
I mean,
don't know.
I would rather not have voices in general, but if I was going to pick from the possibilities, I wouldn't go for Dutch voices.
Yeah, Dutch
You know-
voices are okay. There's sometimes the voices say Juan Manuel Gutierrez Rodriguez, so it's yeah.
I'd rather spend a week in Birmingham than die in in the Netherlands.
Birmingham, you say?
Birmingham? What
What's
was...
that voice?
Wait, do you remember when Josh got stuck in some random British city and he was like, I'm stuck in... Do you remember what it was?
I don't know the name, but yeah, I know that there was a certain British incident.
Oh wait, when I remember, it was Swindon.
Swindon,
Also,
yes.
that's terrible.
Josh said, and I quote, I'm stuck in fucking Swindon.
Does he have... Dude, is he mentally okay after that? I would not be mentally okay if I got
I
stuck.
don't think he is, no. I think he never has been, but the point still stands.
God, we need to get some support for that guy.
How bad is Swindon?
Well,
We don't want to get ourselves banned, but how bad is Swindon?
yeah, it's nice areas, but it's a bit like you're Polish, so think of Łódź when you think Swindon.
Okay.
There's some nice parts, there are some bad parts.
Or maybe Bytom. Bytom as well. I think it's a very interesting place in Poland. Like some parts of Bytom are just like, you take the places from Tarkov or Stalker, you just cut them and paste them.
I mean, that doesn't sound very nice.
Escape from Katowice.
Katowice are nice. Katowice are nice, they just look a little bit like City 17 from Half-Life. But it's actually not that bad.
Anyways, as we are lining up for the sprint, Joel Blay on first, Alexander Swen second, Shayna Ross in third, Olivier Mlemacho in fourth, Shady Ahmed in fifth.
And Juan P6, Adam Ahmed P7, Josh Brooks P8, Diego Domingo P9, and obviously Charbetron P10.
And we are not gonna name the rest of them because they don't matter, they are insignificant.
Least toxic Wasik moment.
I can't resist saying that, of course. We can hear them revving. I believe lights should be lighting up now.
Yes,
And it's
green, and here we go. With George Badea having a terrible start. Alex is leading indeed, and there's only Lemaitre in P2 going side by side with him as well. There's one of the cars, I think it's Shane Ross, who is slightly slower. There's a river car.
Oh,
There's a car flying, there's a car flying. Oh my god, there's death.
Yeah, I think there was Josh Brooks
Yep.
involved in this one.
Looks like we're still green.
Those Brooks stalled. He got
We will be
spun
green.
around.
There are no safety cars in the sprints.
Oh yeah, true. So it's death for everyone. Excellent. Diego in the slipstream trying to go for the inside, not gonna have it.
We're gonna be applying the pressure on Shane or Ross. I don't think he's gonna be trying to get things which can't try to make it onto the mistake.
Oh,
can
fix
find my
your
words,
mic,
of course.
because all we could hear is like you bring in the water and there's
Death ahead. It's Badea has been spun out. And Diego has robbed one. It had to be one.
it's
Of course, it
Spanish
had to be.
Civil War.
I'm
Again.
not gonna say anything about this.
But what is going to be interesting is that Shady Ahmad, he stayed out of the trouble, 2 positions gained, and he is about to make a move on a certain Belgian driver. Belgian, not
3
Belgium.
tenths is the gap, but he's looks like he's managing to stay ahead for now. Maybe on the straight it
Even
can,
closer.
yeah, it can happen.
If you stay that close on the final corner, you can just put a lot of pressure, I think.
Yeah, in the slipstream is Shady. Does he have the speed to go for a move? It's not looking like it now.
I know some drivers who would go for an overtake there, but Shady probably will stay for another opportunity. And
It's gap car.
for another opportunity is that was a quite interesting defense from Charles. It looked
Yep.
slightly like a move under braking, I don't know.
I
I
would
don't
definitely
know if that was quite under braking, but it did look pretty close.
It certainly looked like Earl lost a little bit of his ground by that move.
Yeah, but he's still relatively close to Bertrand, so maybe he can just stick in the slipstream.
I think the sprint is a little bit more interesting than the feature, as Juan is going wide and there's a huge group of cars there with a potential to even win the race. As like from P3 to P6, everyone is just 4 tenths in between each car, so it's amazing.
Yep, big slipstream train going on here, so probably not going to be a lot of crazy moves, but still there's chances for something to happen there, yes.
We are so professional with all of those camera angles.
Definitely, man. Watch out the channel 7 now. That's gonna be the guy to watch for the sprint.
Is this Nemanja? I think it's Nemanja in the background, looking for a move. Oh, no, it's Juan. It's actually Juan.
Yeah, it's one.
Diego Domingo. Quite close. Yeah, Steph is also racing. I was thinking he could be higher, but I don't think he finished in the points, right? Yeah, he did
I
it.
think he didn't, no.
Yeah, so
Nope.
it explains where he is so far in the background as Carter and Nemanja continue their fight for P10. Diego is very, very close to Shane Rose. He's almost touching his gearbox.
He's gonna have a slip. I think he might send it down the inside here. Yep, he's sending
Yeah,
it
looking for the inside.
Oh, almost
Race
took out
later.
the-
Oh, loses it a bit. Yeah, no, he spun it.
Oh,
Oh,
cross!
oh, Vitron hit him! He's got damage, he's on the track!
He's just stuck in the middle of the track. He can't go anywhere. Maybe now he can try to rejoin. Yeah,
Oh, and Bertrand as well in the pit lane, so he has a damage.
yeah. Bertrand is towing. Bertrand is out.
I'm gonna be happy.
This is huge for the podium.
Yes, yes, very good, very good.
This is so unfortunate for both of the drivers. They had the pace, they could be even fighting for the win at some point of the race.
Down for Trump. He's out of the race.
He DNF'd, yeah.
Yeah. Very sad, very sad.
And it looks like the gaps are now stabilizing a little bit. The midfield fight is now about a second between each driver, so trying to open the gaps up and keep their positions.
That's what Nemanja saying in the chat when I said I'm probably one of the worst AF drivers. He said, not true, I have 2 championships. Yes, very legit championships.
True, true.
And Juan, is he looking for a move? Oh my god.
He maybe wanted it, but doesn't quite have the speed to go for that.
I would like to thank God, if he exists, that we have drivers like Juan. Like, there are some drivers who don't dare to make a move like this, and some just go for it, and they're just like chaotic good, I think. In the Dungeon Dragons chart, I think it's chaotic good.
I mean, I don't know if he's necessarily good, but chaotic is probably like the definition
I
of
don't know
one,
if
yes.
he's chaotic evil, I think. I don't know.
He's just chaotic, that's
Yeah,
it. There's,
yeah.
there's no affiliation.
Okay. We can go with that.
Vitron not being very happy in chat. As Togo one with special needs, that is
Yeah.
very interesting.
If the game doesn't kill him, everyone else probably will sometimes. So
Yeah.
I think he got a little bit of a Jack treatment today. Like, Jack in recent 2 races had a very good pace, but he either spun or was killed by somebody who didn't necessarily respect it going
I mean,
side
to
by
be fair,
side.
this one looked pretty unavoidable, like
Yeah.
just unfortunate. And at least he did win that first race, so could be worse.
I mean,
One
you know, Charles, as much as we wish to see you racing, you can just chill with us right now and just hear us having an absolute blast of a commentary. I know that you do even if you race, but still.
Yeah, he's the #1 spectator. He doesn't miss it, even if he's fighting for the lead. Yes.
He's your greatest fan mythic.
And speaking of fighting, Badea, not going to try to send it on that corner. That would have been way too risky. But he's still trying to fight with Nemanja for this 9th position.
I don't know. Was he thinking that the corner is too dangerous, or going side by side with Nemanja is too dangerous?
I mean, that going for a move on that corner would have been pretty mental. So yeah, I just thinks better of it.
Speaking about mental, no.
What were you going to say?
What I'm saying is, I think there's gonna be a crash somewhere sooner or later with you guys. The players get very aggressive on them.
As well as
4/10 the gap.
against Stefcho.
He's very close through the last corner. He's gonna have the slipstream. There's a big gap ahead of Stefcho, so he won't have it.
But we have to spectate for a while the battle for potential P2. As Shady is trailing only by 4/10. Oh, we switch to Nemanja.
Looks like they are side by side. Nemanja's gonna have the inside on this corner. Very valuable.
Ooh, but Botea's got a very nice line. He's gonna
Oh yeah,
he's
he's
gonna
got
get
it.
on
He,
the
he
track,
made
yeah.
it stick through the outside, yeah.
That is
Amazing.
a
Quite
very,
impressive.
yeah. You don't see that very often on that corner specifically, but he's done it.
That's an excellent driving from both the drivers.
Lots of trust in these guys.
Yeah, and I see that Shady Ahmad is indeed still very close to Oli,
He is
trying to fight
indeed.
for that P2.
I think how you say that, like if your one eye just looked at one point and then at the another is like crossed eye or something. But that
I have no idea.
but I'm going to have that because I'm looking one eye on the race and the other one on the live timing, and yes, indeed it looks very close.
Yeah, and Juan has actually joined this fight as well. He's running pretty well, and he could be joining if these guys try to scrap ahead of him. Not looking like there's a move on for turn 1, but still the gap is closing. And Badea has actually gotten passed back by Stefcho. No, side by side, he has the inside on turn 1.
Might be a switch back here.
Yeah,
You gotta love this camera work.
Stefcho trying to look for the outside, but he's not gonna have it. Badea has made it stick. Unless Stefcho can go for something into the
Whoa.
death code. Oh,
Oh,
okay, we're back, we're back.
yeah, the cameras just broke. Perfect.
Right,
Okay, no, it's fine, it's fine.
I've chose
Looks
the
like
other
Badea
camera
is-
and
I think I see a bit of damage on Stef's guy. Unless I'm just schizophrenic.
I think you are indeed schizophrenic, but
no,
He's
there is
still-
a damage. There is a damage.
Where?
He's missing half of the side pod, I think. Is he?
I have no, I don't think he is. No.
Yeah, no. Or is he?
I
We are
Yeah, he is,
collectively
he is.
going insane.
he's
No,
missing
no,
his
I actually think you're right. Yeah,
He is missing his side pod on the right. Of course, it's gonna be to your left.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So he's driving like Max Verstappen right now.
I think it was at Hungaroring. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, what's Hungaroring? Yeah.
So we have to red flag the race, some duct tape, and here we
Yeah,
go.
yeah. I believe it was the same race that Esteban Ocon won, 2021.
Yeah, it was exactly. It was after a certain Bottas line
yes.
in bowling.
Lots of conspiracy theories came out that day. Lots of them.
The whole 2021 was like one big conspiracy, and I think 2024 is close to that.
True.
Yeah, true.
Well, not specifically.
To be honest, 2024 is far more interesting off the track than on the track. It's like a hot take, but like most of the races are not very interesting, but all the stuff that is going on in the paddock, it's interesting.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Anyways, we have 4 laps left in the race. Like Say is leading. Olivier Lemaitre is in second, and Shady Ahmed is in third.
And he's getting pretty close through the last sector. Maybe he can go for something on the straight.
Juan show today, I think, but he is running a very, very good pace today, and he is involved into a lot of fights. So I think he can be.
Yeah, he's gonna have a good slipstream on Shady, but Shady has the slipstream from Oli ahead, so maybe he can't quite close it up. Shady going for the inside, trying to defend. One braking pretty late, trying to go for the outside. No, he's not gonna have it.
I'm just gonna put a bit of pressure on Shady Ahmed right now.
Yeah, looks like Shady has managed to keep the position for now, and this is actually allowing Shane Ross behind him to try and join this fight back in. Yeah, looks like Juan is losing a fair bit of time trying to get by Shady, and Shane is making the most of it now, joining in on this party that we have for P2.
And we are already 10 laps into the race, 3 laps to go. It went very fast.
Yep.
Definitely has.
And it has been a quite eventful 10 laps as well, so lots still to go with the fight for P2.
Look, Shady Ahmed's going down Hungaroring and Shane Ross quite a bit, yeah. They will be desperately looking for an overtake.
I think we should introduce in the next season, I think not in this one, but like in the next season, the driver of the day voting.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be fun, yes. And looks like Juan is going to be pretty close looking for the inside, not gonna have it. Shady is still trying to defend this third position with everything he has.
It's good to mention that even if we are 2 rounds to go, we'll be launching another series in December, I think, which will be run on Saturdays. Will be basically a rookie cars on 3 tracks.
Yep, there's currently a vote going on to decide the car for that, as well as the next season of what would be the main series. So do vote if you're interested in having a say on what those seasons are. It's a pretty close vote at the moment.
That the rookie one, it really makes me wanna race in it, but I think with the streaming and coverage and everything, I think we can keep some new faces around here with some promotion and everything. So
Yep.
yeah.
Oh,
there's the
Spin! Oli has spun it!
Oli has spun.
Shady has gone, I think, into the wall of it, and that has given Juan and Shane the positions.
He's missing a bit of his front wing on the left side, I think.
Yeah. Massive spin from Oli.
This is big for Juan. No, he's in second now. Came from second this 5 seconds.
Yeah, and Shane is still pretty close to him, so there's still a fight going on for P2 here.
Not only Shane, there's Shady as well.
Yeah, but he's got the bit of damage that he got from the contact, so does he still have the pace to fight for this?
I don't know, maybe if Juan will be defending against Shane, he can get closer, right? Because Juan has nothing else to do, basically. He cannot go much faster, I think. Shane is a faster driver than him, usually. Although on the track today, Juan, I think, is faster than Shane.
Yeah, but Shane is gonna have the slipstream if he manages to stay close.
So all Juan has to do is to defend.
Yep.
Yeah, but look how much time he's losing out in the corner. He just lost two times, 3 times actually. Just back and forth my words. That corner right there.
Yeah.
You lost 3 times of a second.
Yeah, looks like the gap has indeed opened up beyond the slipstream, so maybe he can defend this properly. Those one. This one is definitely in the slipstream though, is Carter. 1/10 looking for the outside, Earl defending the inside.
Might be breaking a bit out here, looking for the switchback.
Now looks like the exit from Earl is pretty good, but there's still the possibility, still defending the inside into his left-hander.
Last lap.
Yep, slipstream here, not going to be too big of a factor. This corner is too fast. Ooh, he does get pretty close though.
You lose the rear a bit there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that might be it.
think that
1
sealed
second
his
now the
fate.
gap. Yep.
Josh Brooks getting one more position, but it's not enough for points. And I think we should switch to the hero of today's sprint race, Alex Tse. He finally has done that. He managed to win a sprint race after the misfortune of his season, which is running in a very good positions but then making mistakes or being involved into incidents.
And the Tyrus follows in second place, behind him Shayna Ross.
Nice. That's what happens when you try to warm the tires up.
Juan Manuel Gutierrez
Yeah.
and Shane Ross there. So I think that concludes our podium. We'll cover a couple of... I like the distraction model here.
That's a very good damage ball right there.
Yeah.
Now looks like Shady did end up staying in P4. Oli managed to recover after the spin to finish P5. Yeah, now it's a graveyard on the front straight.
Let me think. We don't usually do the interviews, but I think we can do the interview with Josh because he is on the voice chat and he wanted to do an interview recently, but we finished the race. Yeah.
Should I ask him if he's ready?
You can ask him. But that concludes the race. It was decent. It was far better than what I expected, to be honest.
Yep, the sprint race did have a lot going on for sure.
And it had a little bit of my screams today, so it was good. If I scream, the stream is good.
Yes, this is why you're here.
I'm the
Josh
screamer.
is ready for an interview right now. We can drag him in.
Okay. Hello, Josh.
Hello, Josh.
Hello.
Oh, we can't hear you?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Oh,
there
yeah,
we go.
we can.
Hello.
It's been a while, Josh, and we recently
Yeah.
finished the stream before you could have your chance to do an interview. So I think today is your chance to talk a little bit about your experience in the feature race. How was the race for you? Did you encountered any, problems, or was it like from point A to B, clean race and everything just going perfectly?
The first race.
The first race.
I think I had a better time with tyre wear than other people did. A lot of people complain about the tyres. Diego said he got 45% on the tyres left at the end of the race and was complaining. Shah was complaining a lot. And I guess I had a little bit of tyre wear, but it wasn't... I could still be fast. I think my times were still in the low 34s. I felt quite happy. I couldn't feel them too much. But that being said, my tyres were at 32% at the end. I clearly wore my tyres a lot more than most other people.
Yeah, this is something that we were wondering because there was a big difference in the tire strategy with the top 5. A lot of guys stayed out, a lot of guys went a little bit earlier, and I did see that you went for an undercut on the guys that were holding you up a bit. So tell us a little bit about that decision.
That's exactly what it was. Yeah, so about 3 laps into the being stuck behind was Adam, and I was losing time at that point. I was getting a lot of dirty air, and I'd lost my first opportunity to pass him. So I thought, okay, let's try an undercut, see what happens. I didn't expect the reaction that I got. I didn't expect them to pit immediately afterwards, but I'm glad it worked out quite well, and that was that.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, the tire wear. Did you ever feel at the end of the race that maybe with the faster tires on the cars that you had undercut, did you expect them to maybe try to mount a counter attack on you, or did you expect it to be quite peaceful?
To be honest, I expected everybody just not taking tyres. I don't think people practiced it enough to know how bad the tyres would have been after a long stint. So I just kind of let it be. So I wasn't concerned about people behind after Adam sort of dropped off a bit to so it was about 1.5 seconds for most of that second stint. And once it dropped off to 3 seconds, I was like, okay, I can relax a little bit now.
Yeah, you did have like pretty consistent pace after the pit stop. So yeah, I mean that was a good call on the strategy.
And it
Yeah,
really
I've been
worked.
feeling really good. I've been feeling really good recently in any car.
Are you happy to say that River is back?
Oh, I've been saying it for a while. I mean, River is back. Charles in a River car, so yeah, River's back. But I'm back as well. I'm happy.
Yes. Okay, good job on that race. And on the second one, maybe it went a little bit sideways. Can you tell us what happened on the start?
I wouldn't say sideways. I'd say arse over end, really, literally. I'm just looking at the replay back now. It seems like one of the blue Ferrari cars. I think that's actually Adam. It's Adam. Just sort of turned in too tightly into the corner and just clipped my rear wheel, and that flipped me over. Well, flipped me up. So I had to deal with some. Actually, he flipped over worse than I did. I had to deal with some suspension damage to get back to the pits. But then I felt like I was on a mission afterwards. I did it in Interlagos in the sprint race there. I needed to go as fast as possible and see what comes. Maybe I'll get a point, and I nearly did. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pace was incredible. I dropped out of the 33s twice in the last 11 laps.
Definitely, mate. Definitely.
Yeah, looking at the replay, you were indeed actually kind of okay after whatever that was. Like you could still keep going instead of flying into nothing.
Yeah, it took a couple of corners to get the hang of it. I actually thought the rear right was damaged. I thought I just got ploughed from the back, not that someone clipped my tyre. But yeah, I'm surprised how well I managed to get myself back to the pits. I was sure I was going to spin myself off, and that would be the end of it.
Yeah, so overall a pretty good race for you with the call on the first race and like pretty solid pace throughout. So yeah, congratulations on the result today.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think we'll get much more people willing to do interviews. Maybe Juan? I don't know. Yeah. Wait. Well, we're gonna keep you, Josh, here if you want to stay.
Yeah, can do. I'm just going to get out of VR quick.
Juan wants to do an interview.
Okay, let's do
Okay,
it.
drag him in. Juan the war criminal, nice.
Hello, Juan.
Hello.
Hello.
Everyone.
It's been a while. Since we
Yeah, it's been a
hear
while.
Each other and
Congratulations on your result in the sprint, by the way, bud.
Thank you. It's unfortunate what happened because we had such a great battle. I was really, really close to Shetty. I was just talking to him. It's unfortunate that the spin on the last corner ended up finishing that battle. I did get P2 off of that, so I'm not gonna complain, but I wish it wasn't taken like that though. Still, P2.
you had an incredible race today. Very good and consistent pace throughout the whole race. I think you were absolutely almost doing the almost similar lap times as Shane. So that was a very, very solid performance from you. And I think overall, I think it's your best weekend if you just take all the sessions together from you.
I don't think so, actually.
No?
No, actually, never mind. It could be. But I'm still mad about feature because I cannot do the starts on feature races. I just cannot.
You have to practice, man.
I
because
just fell down.
there-
And I got even it got even worse when at the very end, at least at the last few laps, I saw I was lapping faster than Metrana. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Come on!"
Yeah, we were wondering if that was all part of an elaborate strategy that your genius came up on the first race.
No, no, I wish. But no.
Speaking of
saved his
strategies,
magic.
we've been wondering the whole race what is the weaving that you do? Are you just trying to warm the tires up, or what is that?
Like at the beginning, I was like, what the hell did we just watch? Was Juan warming up the tires during the race? And then you just did the same thing again.
No, I mean, I did it to Diego at one point, and then Diego ended up spinning. So I guess it's a kind of a strategy. I just want to distract the driver while looking at the rear mirror.
I think your pure
Right.
presence is already a distractor, Juan.
Yeah,
I mean,
the aura works.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were pretty close to a bit of an incident on that second race when the spin happened with Oli ahead of you. Can you tell us what you saw at that moment?
When I saw the spin, I was guessing he was just gonna go slowly because he went so wide on the entry in the corner and in the middle. But since he rode the curve on the rear right and and the front right, I just already thought he was be like, oh no, he's gonna spin on the drop down. He did spinning, he did spun, but I didn't know where he was going to go. It's unfortunate as Shady tried to go around the outside, but that wasn't the plan. I did almost. Well, I did. I did think on the corner before I did hit Shady, or at
I
least
mean-
I came really, really close. I did get a 0 reds.
Yeah, it was pretty close with like 4 guys that were fighting for P2, and I mean you got it at the end. But like, did you ever get worried about the car behind because you were stuck behind Shady for a couple of laps, and that was opening the possibility for
Oh.
Shane to get back with you guys? So, what were your thoughts about that?
On Shane, I wasn't worried about it because I already overtook him. Because even though, yeah, he was closing in, I was betting on him not trying to overtake because it wouldn't make sense. If he were to try to overtake, he wouldn't have been able to get closer to the Shady or the car ahead of us. So I was betting on that. So I was just focusing ahead. I didn't want to think about the car behind.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it
Fair
was a pretty good strategy, and I mean, it worked out for you just trying to stay focused ahead and take advantage of the mistake that happened ahead of you. So, yeah, I mean, congratulations on the result and on a pretty good weekend for you as well.
Yeah, it could have been better. It could have been well. I mean, on the feature, but overall, I'm not gonna complain. Just gonna take it and yeah, see podium.
Until the next round, which is what's the final race?
Long Beach.
On the
Oh, it's gonna be an absolute
Oh
chaos.
god!
Yeah.
If Austin shows up to Long Beach,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's gonna be a nightmare.
What's the deal with Austin and Long Beach?
I mean, do you know how, like, a couple of us have signature crashes?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Austin's is at Long Beach. There's a gif about about him, and
Okay.
I mean, let's just say he caused a bit of a massacre at one point on, I believe it was on an IndyCar on Long Beach. So, yeah, that's like his Daytona pit exit.
By the way, just wanted to mention that in NASCAR, the safety car just crashing the pit lane.
Yeah, I was watching. I have it on my second screen, and I was watching it. Like, I was wondering, wait, what just happened? Why is everyone parked? And yeah, the guy in the safety car pulled off a classical mythic move. They're crashing the
guess-
safety.
yeah.
I guess
you were
I
watching
guess
it.
Red Bull Line was driving that car.
Yep.
You were watching that mythic, so it's very symbolic that it happened while you
Yeah.
were watching. Your spirit was influencing the safety car driver, and I think with this we can conclude the stream, as we will be heading till the end of the stream now. See you next week at the Long Beach, and with me we're Mythic. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Juan, for coming for the interview. It's been nice to talk to you after
Josh
a
as
while.
well.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
and thanks to Josh
Yeah,
who went
it's been
back
a
to
pleasure.
BC.
So-
Yeah.
See ya.
See you all next time.
And we'll be concluding this stream right now. See you next week.